everybody! For those who did not join us for the launch of Fun Fabric Fridays last week, my name is Brittany. I am your instructor for these videos. I'm also one of the buyers, incoming inventory managers, and fabric specialists for the online department here at Mood. I'm also the person who gives you all the new products each and every week. Having said that, these webinars are going to be about all the really cool products that launched both this week and the following week, as well as some of my personal favorites over the past couple of weeks. Last week, I introduced to you a contest. And what that contest was if you decided to buy one of the fabrics from the last video, sew something for either me or for Swatch, and then send it in, we would not only wear it for the next webinar, but we would launch it on all our social media sites, and you would be rewarded a $100 gift card. We know that it takes more than a week to just buy fabric, make a garment, and set it in. So we were not expecting any contest results from this video per se. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll see something. And also you can tell Swatch is not with us today. His fans missed him at the store, so he went over there. And I would also like to talk about a coupon code. Last week, if you were with us, I introduced a coupon code at the end of the video. Those coupon codes will only be given to those who watch these webinars live. So if you're watching this through YouTube or any other outlet, please note that I won't be giving you a coupon code, but for those who are watching live, I will present one at the end of the video. You can also join us by registering at moodu.com for the next webinar, which will be next week at 11 a.m. And so let's get to the fabric, shall we? Our first one is item number 308826. It is a crocheted lace made from polyester. And as you can tell, it's actually striped. What's fabulous about crocheted laces is that they actually possess a lot of stretch, which is awesome when you're trying to do a lace that is either in a jersey form or something that's fitted, any types of dresses, tank tops, and just so you know, the stripe is vertical. For these types of fabrics, anything that you want to make that can stretch really nicely will be fine. It's also got a great drape. So if you wanted to drape something with it, maybe do a fit and flare, that would be completely okay. It's also it's not lightweight, it's of a medium weight, so it's got some body to it, and it possesses a little bit of sheen throughout some, not metallic, but shiny threads all the way throughout the fabric. So it's half matte, half metallic. Our next one is 308869. It's a ponte knit. And what a ponte is a heavier jersey knit that has more structure and body to it. So if you can see, there's a lot more structure. It's not as thin and drapey as a regular jersey would be, but it's great for bodycon garments. And let's put this on the mannequin. As you can see, it doesn't have that really fluid drape that a jersey would. It's also got a lot of body, and the color is brilliant. And being that it is a ponte and it has elastane in it, it stretches in both the weft and in the warp. Great for any type of fitted jacket, fitted pants, fitted dresses, skirts, anything that is hugging the body, this fabric would be great for, and you don't need a lining. Our next one is item 308872. It's a quilted fabric, and it's actually in the form of a knit. So not only do you get this great quilted texture to it, it has a nice amount of give. Not a lot, but a nice decent amount of give. So anything that needs some wearing ease, this would be great for. It is actually pretty opaque for a white fabric. I mean, you can see through it a little bit, but it shouldn't matter when you hold it up against the body. So you probably won't have to line it. It's also very soft. And the drape of it is very workable. It's not extremely fluid, but it still has a nice body and it's movable. So you can either drape it or pattern it into a garment. It could be dresses, it could be the lining of jackets, it could be pants, and don't worry about seeing through it. Anything, if you wear any nude undergarment, you won't see it through this fabric. On to the next one. This is item number 308874. It's a jacquard. So it's got the pattern woven into both sides. And it's got this really cool diagonal plaid to it. So this side is blue and with a little bit of beige, and this side is beige with a little bit of blue. It's got a stiffer body, so you want to create some outerwear with this kind of fabric. Jackets, it can make pants, but it'll be stiffer. It can also be coats if you line it with a fleece kind of fabric. It doesn't need to be lined though, since it does have the pattern on both sides. And you can actually make some really cool deconstructed garments with this, just to feature either side to it. Our next fabric is 308873. It is a jacquard. I was just making sure the pattern was woven in on both sides, because sometimes when it's a brocade, it can have the pattern on both sides, but only one side will possess texture. So this one is actually a jacquard. It does have the texture on both sides, and it actually has a really nice slub texture to it. It has the pattern on the side with black in the background and ivory in the front, and this side is ivory in the background and black on the front. And when you put it on a mannequin, it's stiffer. So this is better for patterned garments, like jackets, pants, stiffer types of skirts. It can also be like a really cool patterned dress that has darts in it, so that it'll hug better, and then maybe have a bubble skirt. It'll have a lot of flair when you rouge it. This next item is 308870. It is a red wool coating. And this guy's got a really nice thick hand. There's no stretch. It would be great for those really, really flared out kind of capes. It would also be great for cloaks. It would not be that good for dusters because it's too thick. It doesn't drape the right way, but it would be really great for those structural kinds of jackets. It does not need to be lined. It is not itchy at all, but for the overall look of a coat, lining is probably preferable. Our next fabric is 308881. It is a gray and black boucle. So what that means is that it has bubbled circular yarns going all the way through it. It was woven so that those yarns would be too tight to actually go straight, and they would bubble up into a little swirl. And it's also got a really nice plaid pattern. Now this fabric might seem a little scratchy. So for those who have allergies to wool or don't really like the texture of wool, this is one you would want to line. And it actually drapes really nicely. So you can do any kind of like looser drape jacket, like those dusters that you couldn't do with that other red wool. You can also do maybe a thicker overcoat. You could do a skirt for the winter. You could do pants for the winter, although I probably wouldn't do pants for the winter because it is a little thick. But for those who want something thicker, like palazzo pants that drape really nicely, this would be a good option. I would also possibly line it if it was palazzo pants, because it's not completely opaque. There are little holes in it. It is woven a little loose. However, it can be done without a lining. On to the next one. This fabric is 308840. It's another jacquard. Last time I showed you a jacquard with these awesome triangle patterns in it. This one still has triangle patterns, but they're different. They actually form stripes across the fabric. So these are geometric triangles that form horizontal stripes. And as you can see, the other side is more black than beige, and this side is more beige than black. It also, on only this side, has perforations all the way through the fabric. This side is a twill going all the way through the fabric. So note, black side twill, beige side perforations, which are little holes that are poked through the fabric. This fabric is weary in structure, which means it's thin, but it's still strong. It can be made into jackets, pants, dresses, and it'll look really nice if you want to give it some dimension. So maybe you want to do a darted top that has a bubbled skirt. That would be a really nice addition. It's going to flare up and have a lot of body when you rouge it. So think about it. Okay. For our next fabric, the item number is 308884. Now this is a faux fur shearling. And what that means, it's not real fur, but it still is just as soft. It has a cotton woven backing, so if you wanted to wear it without a lining, it's possible, although it's a little scratchy for my taste, so I would personally line it. And you don't have to worry about a dead animal because it's not one. It's really, really soft, by the way. And this guy, it's on the thicker side, so if you were to put it in a jacket, it's probably a little too thick for that. It would be great for vests, for any type of Halloween costumes, for jackets themselves, the outside of jackets, and just line this and with maybe a charmeuse or something that's a little bit thicker. And that would be a really, really rich outerwear item for the winter seasons. Oh, I grabbed two. This one is 308875. It's a lightweight wool coating. And what I mean by that is it kind of borders between really heavy suiting fabric and really light coating fabric, and it drapes really nicely. So this guy could be any of those deconstructed winter type jackets, fluid dusters, anything that doesn't require a lot of shape. It's very drapey. So coats are still an option, jackets are an option. I would probably line it because it is a little scratchy for my taste. And it's also really thin, so it's going to probably need a lining just for a stabilizer anyway. Now this one is 308883, and it is a matte jersey. And what I mean by that is that a matte jersey has a characteristically dry hand, and it's very crisp and smooth. So these types of jerseys are great for really slinky dresses, and this one in particular has a great stretch to it. Let me see if it stretches in both ways. Yes, so it has a 4-way stretch. It is a little translucent for my taste. I would line it. I would maybe even double it over. That might be good. And it drapes beautifully. So if you want to do anything with drape on the top, like a cowl dress, but fit it on the bottom, this would be a great option. You can make scarves out of it. You can make just like a cowl neckline on a regular white dress. You can have a low back to a dress. I wouldn't say make this into leggings. It's a little too sheer, and when you stretch it, you can really see through it. Our next fabric is 308878. It is a really, really thick wool knit. And this would probably be best for coating applications. You can actually see the knit on this side of the fabric more so than this side. This side is brushed, so you can't see it there. And if I put it on the mannequin, you'll see how stiff it is when I try to drape it. So those capes that are stiffer, cloaks, coats. That's what I would use this fabric for. It does have a little bit of give, not a lot though. So don't expect too much stretch with this fabric. Now this next one is really cool. It's 308877. It's actually what we call a wonder mesh. And what that is a mesh that is thick like neoprene. And obviously you can see it's see-through. It's got a lot of body to it. So this is a type of fabric you want to create sheer garments from, like sheer crop tops or like a skirt that you want to line. This would be a great option. And it does drape really nicely, but it does have a lot of body to it, so you can drape it. But you might want to line it if you don't want something that is see-through. So when you use this, just keep in mind that it is thick like a neoprene. And we're done with that one. This next item is a Nanette Lepore fabric. It is 308903, and it's a blue crocheted lace. Once again, it's knit, so it's got some stretch to it, not a lot, and it's also got a really cool zigzag pattern. It drapes beautifully, so this you can either lay flat on a garment or you could drape it, maybe have a flat top and a draped skirt. You can also line this and make it into jackets. That would be a really fun idea for this fabric. And that's all for that one. This fabric is 308880. It's a brushed wool coating, and I know from afar it looks brown. But when you zoom in closely on the colored yarns, they're actually an array of multicolored yarns. So there's yellow, there's blue, there's red, there's a whole array of different colors in here. It just looks black from afar. So this is definitely a conversational piece. Whenever you make something from this, I'm sure people will come up to you and just look at how well this thing is put together. It is constructed in the way of a twill, so the yarns do go in a diagonal pattern. It's thin enough where you can make really thick suiting applications from it. However, you can also use this for coating applications. So dusters would be a good choice from this fabric, thick overcoats, regular jackets. This would be a really fun fabric to use, and it's also not scratchy in my opinion, but I would still order a swatch just to see how you feel about the wool. Is item number 308978, and this is a really soft quilted polyester fabric. It's great for baby garments and baby blankets. It's really soft. It's a knit, so it stretches across the weft, and it also, I believe, stretches across the warp. It's quilted, and like I said before, it's super soft to the touch. It also comes in 4 colorations. So we have this pastel pink, we also have a pastel green, a pastel yellow, and a pale yellow. And this fabric, it drapes beautifully. So if you wanted to make it into children's apparel, it would be a great option. It's not completely opaque, but it's opaque enough where I think you can get away without using a lining. It would also be a great option to line jackets with, just to get that soft, really cozy insulation. And that's this fabric for you. Our next item is 308845, and it's a rayon jersey. Rayon jerseys are usually a tad more shiny and extremely soft compared to a cotton jersey. Cotton jerseys are definitely soft, but rayons have this really light and airy feel to them. So they also feel thinner, kind of like a polyester jersey, but not as smooth in texture. This one's got a lot of stretch across the weft, and it's got enough stretch across the warp where it has a 4-way stretch that's great for bodycon garments. And when you hold it up, it's only a tad bit translucent. It is more translucent when you stretch it, so any kind of legging might be a little too sheer for that. It would be great for t-shirts though, your classic t-shirts, tank tops, jersey knit dresses, any of that type of thing. But if you did do a legging, I would just say double it. It'll be fine if you double it. It's just so soft, great for year-round usage. And it's got a hairline stripe, and what that means is that the stripe doesn't actually show when you're far away, but when you're up close, you can see that there's a black stripe going through it. And that stripe is actually running horizontally. Our next fabric is 308843, and it's a polyester chiffon with an animalistic leopard print. As all chiffons are, this material is sheer, and the print's just really, really fun. Animal print is in, so always go for it. It's fluid, it's got this beautiful drape to it. There's no stretch, so you can't get away with fitted garments with this one, but anything fluid, maxi dresses, maxi skirts, blouses, you can line it for most of the articles of clothing, but if you want to leave it sheer, you can leave it sheer. Sheer is in right now. You can also make it into fabulous scarves. Our next item is 308926, and this item is a ribbed knit with a rustic coloration. It's heathered, so you've got some gray in there. It's not one solid color, and it's got a lot of stretch across the weft. I believe it also it actually doesn't have any stretch across the warp, so this is your classic one-way stretch fabric. But that stretch is phenomenal, so it can definitely be used for bodycon garments, any kind of fitted tank top, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt for the winter, and it would make beautiful cardigans. It would be nice for dresses. It even has a little sheen to it, which is really, really nice to see on a jersey. Not too much sheen that is obnoxious though, so that's good. And it is a tad bit translucent, but when you hold it to the body, you can't really tell, so you should be good without a lining for most applications. Our next fabric is from Nanette Lepore. It's item number 308902, and it is a lace. And this lace is really thick and chunky. It's in the hot coral coloration, which is a pinker coral, and it's got a really cool geometric pattern to it. And this guy, it's kind of like a crochet where it has that cotton knit feel. However, it's still made of cotton. It's very chunky, so if you want to do like cropped shirts that are sheer, maybe wear a tank top underneath or do a top layer of a dress, this would be great. And now there is no stretch in it, so you can't make fitted garments with this unless there's darts in there. Our next fabric is 308894, and it's a gray and black wool boucle. Like I said earlier, that's when you have the yarns that are swirled on the top of the fabric. It's a little more dimensional than your typical wool coating. That's usually more smooth, but this got a lot of flavor to it. And this is also double faced, so if you can see, the back is more black with grays peeking through, and then this side is more gray. And it actually has maroon threads going through it, which you'll be able to tell in the close-up. It is definitely a coating fabric, but it drapes nicely. So you can get away with capes and cloaks as well as dusters with this one. And it does not have any stretch to it, but it does have a nice drape, and it is thick enough to wear as a coating all year long. I would probably line it just so that you don't feel the boils against your skin, but it's a great piece of wool to look into. Our next fabric is once again from Nanette Lepore. It is an embroidered cotton brocade, which means the pattern is only woven into the front of the fabric. The back doesn't have the textural aspect to it. So you definitely can tell which side is the front. It's item number 308905. And it's got this really awesome geometric pattern to it. It's thin, it's soft, and it's light, which is great for a cotton fabric. You can drape it or pattern it. It would work either way. And it does possess a stiffer drape, not so stiff that you can't move it around and do fun things to it, but it isn't going to do your typical cowl neck or any of that kind of thing that you need a fluid drape for. However, it is completely opaque. You won't have to line it, and it would be great for dresses, lightweight jackets. It would be great even for pants, but I might line it because the back might bother you. Although it's really not that scratchy, which is great to see on a fabric. Our next fabric is the last Nanette Lepore that I have today. It's 308904, and it's an embroidered cotton eyelet. And what that is a cotton fabric that has these holes throughout it, and it's embroidered around the holes as well as throughout the rest of the fabric. And as you can see, the edges, they're not scalloped, but they are finished. They have a sort of scallop pattern, but scallops are usually when it's a continuous semicircle on the edge, and this one has more of a geometric shape to it, but it would be great for really cool hemlines or sleeves. Also, necklines would look really cool made from that scallop. The fabric drapes nicely, so you can do either maybe like a more fluid crop top, or you could do dresses, although for dresses I would recommend lining it. It is see-through. It can also be the top layer for a fun jacket, and that's this cotton Nanette Lepore. Now for the rest of these, there's fabrics that I'll show you after the denims, but I have an array of denim fabrics that we just put onto the site, and I wanted to show you the differences in them. The first set of denim fabrics is from Theory. That's a high-end fashion label. And the item number for this is 308951. And this is the lightest color Theory denim that came in this week. It's also got a bit of stretch to it, which is really nice in a denim. It's more of a navy color, and it's crisp, so you wouldn't make shirting applications or anything top weight from this fabric. However, jackets, overalls, jeans, anything of that sort would look great from this fabric. And as you can see, the drape is really stiff, so I definitely would only recommend this for bottom weight or heavier type garments. Although, let me just tell you, even the back of it's really soft, so this will feel really great against your skin. The next denim is 308964. And what's different about this one is not only is it a rich blue, but it's dyed over on the surface. And what I mean by that is it's initially woven with white filament yarns, but if you can see on this selvage edge, it's actually got blue dye on it. So the surface was dyed over. It also has a nice amount of give in it, good for wearing ease, also for tailored garments. This guy drapes just like the last one. It's stiffer, it's great for jackets, for pants, overalls. It can be good for jeans, maybe skinny jeans would be a great option for this. And it's just, that color is beautiful, so I would definitely get a swatch of this one if you get a chance. Our next Theory denim is 308974, and it's a deep, rich black. Sometimes in the light it might look a tinge blue, but it's actually black. And it's got a nice stretch to it. This one, it actually drapes more than the last two. The last two were a little bit stiffer. This one's more crisp. And so you can actually probably get away with a stiffer bustier with this one, along with jackets, denims, overalls, that kind of thing. And you can see it does drape a little more than the last two. And that's this Theory black denim. Our next Theory denim does not stretch. Actually, I lied, it does, and it's 308975. It does have stretch in it. It's also black, but it's much stiffer and heavier than the last one. But you see, it still stretches. But this one you definitely can't make into bustiers. It is crisper, so jackets and jeans would be the best option for this. Anything with like a grunge style to it would be really awesome. And it's just that classic black jean pant right here. Our next denim is 308976. And this guy is black, but it's heavier than the last one I showed you. It's got a little bit of ease. Definitely not like a skinny jean type ease, but more of a fit and flare type pant. Just enough for good wearing ease. Nothing that would entail tailoring of any sort. And it's very stiff. So jackets, bootleg jeans would be great with this. Also keep in mind that once you wash a denim, it becomes a little softer and the color might fade a little. A good way to help extract the color before wearing it so it doesn't rub on your legs or anything like that is actually put it in a hot bathtub and put objects on it to hold it down. That'll help get out any of the excess dye before wearing. Our next theory denim and our last theory denim for today is 308953. This one actually does not have stretch, and it's also black. This one's the heaviest out of all of them, and it's very stiff in the drape. Very, very stiff in the drape. So this guy, I would just say denim jackets would be great, like biker jackets, bomber jackets, that kind of thing. And heavier pants, like really grungy pants, would be great from this denim. Our next set of denims is actually from Ralph Lauren, which is a very high-end fashion designer. And this one's a really nice bright navy. It is item number 308943. And this one also has a nice stretch to it. So you can see in there, there's a lot of give. You can actually, the drape of this is nice enough to use for top weight applications, bustiers, maybe even a shirt, but a shirt that goes straight down and doesn't drape that much. And it's great for denim shorts, like stretch shorts in the summer. It's great for lightweight jackets, and also those great pair of skinny jeans would be great from this fabric. Obviously, I just said great a lot because it's great, okay? Our next item is also from Ralph Lauren, and it's 308960. This one is also a navy, but there's more white filament yarns than the last, so it doesn't have that overall really blue look to it. And it does also possess stretch in the weft. This one's also got a crisper drape to it, so I wouldn't say any shirting applications from this guy, but your classic shorts, overalls, jackets, those would all be great with this fabric. This next Ralph Lauren is 308972. It's another navy. And this guy, the white is more of an off-white than a solid bright white. So that's one of the main differences. It is also heavier than the last one, still possessing some give, not as much as the last item as well. This guy has a nice stiff drape to it, great for jackets and jeans. Bootleg jeans, flare leg jeans, grungy denim jackets, that would be what you would use this fabric for. Our next Ralph Lauren denim is 308981, and it does not have any stretch, and it is your navy denim, a little darker than the last navy and much stiffer. This drape is very stiff. So this is your really heavy bottom denims, great for jackets and coats and bomber jackets and grunge jeans, but it's very, very stiff. Keep in mind again that after you wash it once, it may become slightly softer in drape at least. But this is a great fabric when you're looking for that grunge look. Our next Ralph Lauren is 308982. 941. This one possesses stretch. It's very similar in color to the last one. It's not as stiff in the drape, but it is stiff in general in drape. And it does have a little give, not a lot, but enough for wearing ease. Great for any type of denim bottom, jeans, bootleg jeans. I wouldn't say skinny jeans, but the skinny jeans where you have a little room by the ankle would be great with this. And it would also be great for jackets. Our next denim is 308946, and this is your typical indigo color. It's a nice blue. It's your typical classic denim. It's also much stiffer than the last one, and it's got a really harsh drape, but it's great for grunge style denim. Jackets, again, jeans, bootleg jeans, not skinny jeans. This next denim is 308982, and it's an indigo stretch denim. So it's got a little bit of give, not a lot. This is just for wearing ease, not tailored garments. Very crisp in drape. And all of these denims also, when you look on the site, they vary in width, which is the size from selvage to selvage. So they might be very similar, but they're actually different in width. And this guy is just as crisp as the last one, so definitely jackets, pants, jean jackets and pants, because obviously that's what you make denim from, but crisper garments would be best from this item. This one from Ralph Lauren also is 308935. It does not have any stretch in it. It is your typical indigo color, and it's really pretty. This one actually shows less white in it than the last ones do, and it's still got that crisper, stiffer drape, just not as stiff as the last two I showed you. Same thing as the other ones though. The applications used for this would probably just be jackets and jeans. I mean, heavier overalls would be an option as well, but besides that, no shirting applications would come from this fabric. Our last denim from Ralph Lauren is 308973. This one is black and has no stretch. So this is the only black denim I got from Ralph Lauren. And it also has off-white yarns going through it instead of like a pristine white, so it has more of a rustic look. It's very stiff in drape. So same with the other ones, grunge style jackets and jean bottoms would be great from this fabric. That's for the most part what you'd do from it. Nothing of a top weight would be good from this fabric. Our next section of fabrics are just things that I picked out that have launched on the site, not from this week or the following week, but a little before that. But they're really exciting fabrics I would like to share with you. This one is 308766, and it is a blue, white, and black acrylic striped woven. On the back you can see is really shiny blue yarns, and there's black going in diagonals on either side, forming a almost herringbone like pattern, or kind of a chevron, but the front is actually black in the background with just navy blue going through behind the white yarns. So this side doesn't have the solid stripes going through, whereas this side does. Either side can be used as the face. This side is softer, although this side has shinier look to it. It drapes nicely, So lighter weight jackets would be great. Deconstructed jackets so you could see either side would be great. Maybe a lapel laying out, a suiting with a lapel laying out, that would be a great option. And it has enough body where you can make dresses from it, you can make skirts from it, maybe a short little bubble skirt from it would be kind of cute. Just know that the stripes are horizontal and this fabric is completely opaque, so lining it is not of necessity, but you might want to depending on how you feel. Our next fabric is 308719. It's from Jason Wu, and it's a really, really beautiful silk chiffon with a plaid pattern woven through it that's actually opaque. And the top has a floral print on top of it that's really soft and airy. It's a nice flow, and the fabric drapes beautifully. So no matter which way you put this, you can either wear scarves or blouses or dresses, although it is very sheer, so anything that you make that would cover your bottom should definitely be lined. You can always get away with wearing a camisole under a sheer top. But definitely great for the spring and summer seasons. Our next fabric is also from Jason Wu. It's 308714. And this background, it's actually a really dark blue and not black. On the site, it might look black, but it's not, it's blue. And it's got a crepe texture to it, which is really nice. The body of it's beautiful, and it is a print, so the backside is white. Therefore, if you have a jacket made from it, you might want to line it just so that it has a nice overall appeal. The drape of it is beautiful. It's on the heavier side, but it drapes fluidly. So it's got a lot of body, dresses, jackets, any kind of billowy jacket would be great with it, suits, palazzo pants maybe. But the print is absolutely gorgeous. Just keep in mind it is blue, so don't match it with a black pant. Our next item is 308658, and it is a stretch polyester crocheted lace. And like we said earlier, crocheted lace is a knit lace that has stretch to it. The difference between a crocheted lace and a Rochelle lace is that a Rochelle lace actually is knit, but it does not have stretch to it. And it has a really nice floral pattern to it, which is really pretty, but it does not have scalloped or finished edges. So this is a garment where you would just have to hem your seams. And it has a nice drape to it, a lot of body. It can stretch in both the warp and the weft, I believe. So that's got a four-way stretch for you. Any type of bodycon garment. You can also make maybe a cardigan where the sleeves are really tight, but it's long and fluid in the back. That would be an option. And dresses would be great from it, lining it with maybe a bright color so you can really see the pattern behind it. Might be an idea. Our last fabric for today is 308443. It's a mercerized cotton print. And this fabric has been flying off the shelves at the New York City store. We also carry it online. And being that it's mercerized, it's got a fantastic sheen to it. It just looks really rich. It is 100% cotton, so you don't have to worry about wash or care. I did put care instructions on the actual product page for this fabric on the website, so that'll help you with temperatures and what temperature to not exceed, what to not dry clean it with. There is one chemical solution that shouldn't be dry cleaned with this. But the print, like I said before, is beautiful. You can do this for any type of tropical dress, a tropical shirt, skirts, and it is just so light, airy, and very smooth in texture. So that's all, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for this webinar, and keep in mind that the contest is still going. So if you decide to make anything from the items that we showed to you in this video and send them in for either me or Swatch to wear, you have the possibility of being showcased on this webinar as well as all of our social media outlets and get a $100 gift card. And at the end of this video, stay tuned for that 10% off coupon code. Keep in mind that it will expire on Sunday night. And I hope to see you again next week. Have a good day, everybody.